a little after 2 p.m. and I thought I would take a before video. So my goal here this afternoon is to at least get these lights up on this side. And I want to do a temporary down and just connect it to the extension cord just to see how well it lights up here. So my goal is to get these in. I also want to get them in so that they don't look all jibbly jobbed, but kind of look straight. And not 100% sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try some stuff out and see what happens. All right, it took exactly 2 hours actually to get these 3 rows up. So what ended up happening was, because this is not a flat ceiling, those metal clips that they give you to hold those things together are insanely cheap, and so it has to be a completely flat surface for it to work. So what I ended up doing was just stringing a 2x4. It's 10 feet long, and so now I can just put a clip at the very end and let it run over that way and also run over that way. So I just did that all the way across, and then just linked them all the way through, and then over here it gets linked this way. Now the other thing is that although I needed 9 on this side, and the set's coming 8, I'm pretty sure that I had set it up for over here that it needs something like 7. I don't know how I did that. It must need 6. I don't know. Maybe I miscounted. That's more than likely the case. Either way, I ended up having to take 1 out of the second pack and putting it up here. Here's the weird thing. If you count this all out, there still should have been 1 more. I already took an extra cable out for the connection right there. And so what I was going to have to dig in and do another one. What I realized is that 2 of these short guys that they give you to directly do a direct connect, which is what I'll end up doing up there with that first guy that's going to run. I'll do a direct wire, hardwire connect to it. Well, what I realized is that if I put these wires together, then I ended up with the ends that I needed, and I was able to basically pigtail that together and then just put those 2 together there. So it took 2 hours to do all of that, but I also had to mess around trying to figure this thing out, and I was doing some installing. Also, the first time I had all of these connected while I was trying to get it up there and everything, and while I was adjusting something, it fell and then they knocked off, and so I learned not to do that anymore, but just to have the middle one installed while I put it up there. That was a lot better, and so now I'm going to give it a shot and see how it turns out, and then hopefully I can get this side done a little bit quicker. We have got a wind advisory and a storm advisory coming, so I'm going to try to get this thing done before that. Okay, before the heavy windstorm comes in, and it's just about to. So I finished it up, all done. It's amazing. It looks great. It is really light in here, and that is including with the brown walls, which aren't going to be here. This is going to get covered up, and we'll paint it a light color, so it'll show quite a bit more, to reflect a lot more light. These things are really quite impressive. At this point today, just plugged in, just working, I would highly recommend them. I'll let you know, in a month's time, 2 months time, maybe in a year's time, I may tell you they're crap, but right now they're fantastic. I would say the number one thing, the clips are, to call them horribly, terribly cheap is being mean to horribly, terribly cheap. They're bad, and the screws are even worse. In fact, so one thing I had to do is I had to put this one in an angle so it would make the connection. It was just a little short, being right over here. And so what I did is I took one of the clips, I took the clip over here, and I installed it right up there. This clip right here, I can't get out. The screw is already, the head of it is just stripped. They're so cheap. Once you put them in, you're probably never ever gonna get them out. I got that one back up with some more fast tape, and then I secured the cable in there, so I kind of hot wired it into there. So we'll see how that one holds up. And right now I just got it hot wired, the connection hot wired into an extension cord just so I could see it. You know, I had to see, you know, all that afternoon's work. I had to see if it paid off or not, and I'm really happy. This is really nice. I think this is going to be really cool. The wind's blowing some gusts outside. You can kind of see a little bit, but it's pretty decent. And I'm back in this little alcove area. Oh, there you go. Maybe you can see the White's flag a little bit if I zoom in on it. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can see it, but it's pretty windy out there. And then we got gusts and everything. So I was just filming right in this area right here with just this blocking me, and I had no wind hitting me. Where right here in the opening, yeah, I got wind coming in at me, but back in here, there's no breeze really at all. There's a tiny, tiny little bit, and it's probably the wind's coming in and hitting and coming back around. That's it. So yeah, it's coming together. It looks really good. Very happy.